Hey, this is Morgan with DoYouEvenTech. Back with another video here on this Amplify instance system. So this here again is that mesh point system that we were talking about from Ubiquiti. And we were talking about how nice it is. It really works well for covering large areas. And I have two videos on that, an unboxing and both a complete setup on this. Links are in the description, and also a link to this item straight from Ubiquiti themselves. So if you want to purchase one of them, I'm going to step a little bit deeper into the application and kind of go through some of the settings in it, and mainly setting up like a profile and using the guest network and things like that to kind of walk through that some. So as I showed on this page here, again, this is the general. Here's the router, here is the mesh point, and it shows that updates are available, and you're able to just tap it and tell the devices to update extremely easily. If you click that, it's going to check for firmware updates. Oh, excuse me. And then you can say update all, and it will go through and it will update the devices, and it tells you what the revision is there. But we're not going to do that right now. It shows you how many devices are connected to it by saying number of clients down here. It also shows the amount of throughput, or the amount of usage that's being downloaded through the device, and the amount of upload. And this does dynamically change as devices are using and are not using things. So it is pretty sweet to watch in real time. Here is, again, a chart of that shown slightly different, and a total usage status here that you can swap between. Here is where you can do an ISP speed test, and you can tap that and it will go through and it'll test the connection speeds to this device provided by your internet service provider. We're going to go over to the guest tab. On the guest tab, you can set max number of guests. So this is so that you can set, if you're having 4 or 5 people over, you can set 4 or 5 people. You can say start, and you can say I want it to run for 15 minutes. Okay, so now it's going to run for 15 minutes, and after 15 minutes, it's going to shut itself off. In the settings here is where you can actually configure what you want the guest SSID to be called, or anything like that. You're able to adjust in the configuration for it here. And you can see here's the time counting down. And it'll tell you how many guests are connected and allow you to change that. You're also able to hit share, which will send someone a link and will allow you to share that information with them so that they can get on your Wi-Fi more easily. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop the guest network. Going over to what I would say is the family tab. It shows the connected devices. It shows their usage per device. And you'll see that I have an iPhone over here connected. And we're going to create a profile for that. So you can pause internet on all devices, but more than likely you'd rather set schedules or limit access to other devices. So that's what we're going to take a look at here. We're going to create our first profile. We're going to name it the test profile. Test profile. We're going to create. Okay, so once that profile is created, now it says you can assign devices to this profile. So tells you here is a assign devices tab, and I want to assign Morgan's iPhone to that. That device is now assigned. Now I can go back to schedule, and I can add a quiet time. And you can add times of which you want the internet to be off for that device. So, an Xbox or a tablet or gaming system that you want to go off at a certain time, you can easily set that here, and it will stop that device from having an internet connection at the times that you set. So you can apply that, and there it is. Weekdays between those two times there, the internet will be off for that. You're able to add multiple time frames, I believe. Let me see, hit check. So that you can set it and really customize it even all the way down to per day if you would like to. So extremely useful and extremely nice and very simple and easy to use. By using and stepping on into the configurations of the router and things like that, you're able to forward ports. You would also be able to pass it through servers that are able to, you know, set different content usage, something like OpenDNS, and they provide a service where you point at their DNS servers and you're able to specify topics and things like that that you don't want your internet to be able to have access to. And you can customize that, and if you find something that you need access to and it's blocking it, you can always unblock that, being the administrator, by logging into your OpenDNS and changing that configuration or whitelisting that address. So again, very nice, very clean application. I really like what they've done with it, and I really like that they've made it so simple for someone to use. I've installed several of these, and people just say they just work. They don't ever have to do anything. Sometimes they hit update, and that's all that they ever have to do. It reboots if it needs to during the update and just starts right back working. All the mesh points connect right back up, even if you have the system that has multiple ones. I've had a lot of really good luck out of these devices, and people really seem to like them. So this is Morgan with DoYouEvenTech. This was talking a little bit more about the application on it. If you have any specific questions, of course, let me know in the comments or anything like that. So this is Morgan with DoYouEvenTech. We'll see you again in the next video.